The sun rises in the east and moves steadily toward the west, just like our lives, moving from birth to death. But what if death isn't something to fear? What if it's a guide to living a purposeful and compassionate life? Welcome to Buddha Enlightenment, where we uncover timeless wisdom to transform our lives. The sun rises from the east, and without stopping it moves towards the west, and it sets in the evening. It is also like our life. We were born to this world, and from that day onwards, without stopping, we are moving towards the death. You and I are not dead yet, but we are dying without stopping. So today, let's talk about this important topic that many people doesn't like to talk about, the death. Well, most of us are scared of death when you are in your families, when you're in your family, with your family members. If you talk about death, what will happen? They will say that they will be offended first of all, and they will say, "No, you should not talk about death, don't say that." So for ages and ages, death has been considered as something negative, something that is pessimistic, or something that people think that it is making our life very sad and sorrow and suffering. But in fact, the dead is a very good teacher for all of us, and that is why the Buddha said, think about the death. Do not dodge that idea. Once our great teacher, Supreme Buddha, said, whether you are a male or a female or a normal person or a monk or whoever you are, you have to think that you are a dying person. Why we should think about death? You are mortal, and you are not escaped from death. That is what Buddha said. Why we should think about death. Why we should concentrate on our death. Well, is it making our life suffering? Or is it makes our life very negative? No, it is not the death that makes our life suffering. Oh, negative. It is the perspective that we are holding on to death makes us negative. So remember, we all should concentrate on our death and think about it always. We have to think that I am a dying person today. I can face the dead. There are many chances for that. What death tells us. So when we think about that, Buddha said, it says, and it tells you that death tells you that, hey, you have an expired date. You're not going to live forever on this world. No, you have a little time on this earth. So before you meet your dad, you have to be a good person. You have to cultivate more good qualities in your life. You have to spread the love and affection and compassion towards this world, because that is why we are here for. So in this limited time, we have to do that. We have to cultivate more good qualities in our life. We have to be a good person to this world, because that we live beautiful memories in the people's hearts. The Buddha said people are intoxicated with life, that people are intoxicated with their life. People think that they are not going to die. We oftenly do not feel that we are going to die. Do we? No. We think that we are going to live for the next day, and to the next day. We have so many plans in our life from a split second. Within a split second, everything can change. So that is why Buddha said people are intoxicated with life. And when they are intoxicated with life, what happens to you, you tend to do. And you are going to do the bad things or evil things from your body, from your speech, and from your mind. But if a person who's reminding his death, if a person who is reminding that to himself that I'm going to die one day, he knows that at any time he can die, so he knows that I have a little time on this earth. So before I meet my death, I have to add more good qualities to my life. So that is what the death teaches us. So do not be afraid to death. Why? Because we all face the death one day in one way or another. No one can escape it. No one can run away from it. So that is a reality. So why not? We think about it and make our minds strong to face that with a happy mind, in a successful way. So that is why the Buddha said to concentrate on death. So whenever you are possible, and every morning, think that today I might die. So if I'm going to die today, what are the things that I should do? I should give more love to my people around me. I should help them. Because at the end, these materialistic things that you are holding on to is not going to help you. Only the good qualities will help you on your way. So think about the dead. Do not be afraid of it, because when you think about the dead, your life will be more and more successful. Keep that in mind. Death is inevitable, but it is also our greatest teacher. By contemplating it, we can live a life of love, kindness, and wisdom. Remember, life is short. Make every moment count. If this video inspired you, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who needs to hear this message, and subscribe to Buddha Enlightenment for more transformative wisdom.